Hey.
Hello, hello. All right, let's hop over here and welcome everybody in. We have Tommy Travels, we have Char Hearts, and then we have us two.
Yeah.
I'm sure other people will come in as we get going here. We have another haunted doll story.
Yes, it's a pretty good one. I'm excited.
And you also have video of this doll moving too, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yep.
I'm so excited. All right. So, any updates you want to give us here at the top of the hour on what video you just dropped? Because you dropped yours on Saturday, right?
Yeah, I dropped them on Saturday, and we were just at 1,000 Trails in Washington. It was our road trip basically, where we were spending time with friends, and we made it to the 1,000 Trails, and pretty nice park, So it's pretty much just a travel video that came out, but yeah, it's beautiful. I miss Washington. It's such a beautiful place to go to.
All righty. So everybody head over and check that
Yeah.
out. And then we have Christina Bell just popped
Oh,
in. We have Linda Barker, Timmy Ray the King. All right, and let's get this story up here. All right. Family haunted by doll. Lock it in the shed after husband is attacked.
yep.
If a doll attacks me, we got problems.
Yeah.
That doll is creepy looking. It's like the high heels are gonna poke you in the eyeballs.
Right.
It's so creepy. All right, all right. Her hair looks perfect though. Gorgeous
Mhm.
hair. I don't want to offend her.
No, don't.
Okay.
Like something out of Annabelle or Child's Play, a family have resorted to locking a doll in their shed after claiming it had haunting their home and scratched them during the night. Can you imagine?
Tommy Travels, are you teasing me again?
Yeah.
I love the architecture of that chair,
Right.
though. Not a baby doll. No, that didn't look like
No.
a baby doll. That thing had heels. It was like, I'm going to poke your eyes out with my heels. Beautiful hair, though.
Yeah.
Debbie and Cameron Merritt,
Mhm.
both 50, bought 3 vintage dolls from a secondhand shop for €5 each in the hope that they could sell them for profits. To sell a haunted doll.
Right. Debbie is from Kingsland, Norfolk, said, I don't know why I decided to buy the dolls. It was a bit strange, but at the time I didn't think much about it. Even that's unusual.
Okay, Timmy, thanks for listening while you're doing your
Mhm.
shopping. However, they got more than they bargained for when spooky goings on allegedly started happening in their home.
The one doll with the white dress I don't like. They didn't particularly even like touching the doll when I bought it. The other two I don't mind as much. So she bought three.
You know something's wrong when you don't want to touch a doll.
Right.
And you're like, maybe I shouldn't touch that. Ah! I looked into its eyes and it scared me. Its eyes are like such a pretty green, but they're a little bit haunting.
They are. They almost follow you.
They look very realistic.
Mhm.
The smoke alarms keep going off. And one night I heard the floorboards creaking. And though it might have been my daughter Holly, but when I checked on her, or I thought it might have been my daughter Holly, but when I checked on her, she was asleep. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Weekends with the Camper, hello and welcome.
Mhm.
Oh boy, oh boy. You're like, oh, it's just my kid. Nope,
Yeah.
kid's sleeping.
The family believed that the smoke alarms kept going off because the entity attached to the doll was moving through the house and causing sudden changes in temperature, triggering the device's heat sensors.
It had to get really hot to trigger the smoke detectors.
Yeah.
A week after placing her new purchases in their spare room, Debbie's husband Cameron was alarmed to find he had woken up one morning with small scratches on his leg. Little tiny scratches from a tiny little hand.
Right?
Okay, I don't know if I've told you guys this or not, but the movies, I think it's called Scary Movies. Like it was a series. They're not like actual haunted movies. They're kind of like a comedic turn, like a
Uh-huh.
comedic take on scary. But there's one where like he's the butler and he's got like a tiny little hand and
Oh,
he's like walks around and he's got his tiny little hand. I can't stand it. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Anything with small hands gives me the heebie-jeebies. So thinking of a doll with its tiny hands scratching, oh, I got chills all over my body right now.
now, do you have tiny hands from K&R? Did he give you a set of tiny hands or no?
No, but
Oh.
Bulldog brought home a set of those tiny little hands and was messing with me. He was walking around the house going, "My tiny hands." And I was like, "Stop it. I can't." So, yeah, a doll with tiny hands scratching.
Yeah.
Oh, no, no. Nomadic Hippie says, "I'm here, but volume is all the way down at the moment, ordering food."
Mhm.
The ones at work will go off on extreme cold temperature changes. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Chara Hart says, I remember. He was a pervert too, messing with the bird they were supposed to eat. Yeah, right? Okay, so you remember the character I'm talking about. Yes, that's what it was. The good arm. I can't remember his line. I try to forget these things because it freaks me out. But seriously, anything with the little hands, even when K&R uses the little hands, it creeps me out. I can't do it. So a doll. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna go on. Oh man,
There's a little hands.
my little hand made it go all the way back. Okay, hold on. Smoke alarms.
Mhm.
Placing the new purchase. Small scratches. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Play. Play. Don't mind me as I figure this out. Okay. Oh, look at the little scratches.
There's the scratches.
That looks like the heels. Like the two heels going down his legs.
Yeah.
Do you see
It could
that? Like,
be. Yeah, just straight down.
I did too, but you're the second one to remind me this month. I don't know. If I woke up with random scratches on me, I'd be freaking out.
Oh, yeah. So they insisted they didn't have a cat, and it couldn't have been Cameron because he had very short nails.
Tried to climb him into it. Can you imagine waking up and a doll is trying to climb you? No, 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 no.
Oh, that's funny.
It looks all beautiful and priceless with its pearls and its beautiful hairdo, but it's climbing up you. Ugh. Oh boy. Okay. Oh man. Cameron refuses to believe that the doll is to blame, not believing in the paranormal world, but is yet to find a suitable explanation. Well, I mean, if you're laying in bed and you wake up and there's that is weird.
Yeah. I've had nightmares about the doll dragging itself along the floor towards me, added Debbie.
No, that is nightmarish. Get the glue gun. Hey, Oracles and Beyond. Welcome. We're just talking about tiny little doll hands scratching people. This is not the first time Debbie has experienced something of the paranormal. She also claims to have seen ghosts at the age of 5. I believe that people are either in tune to the paranormal world or they're just not. I believe it's like one or the other.
Yeah. She explained, I took some pictures of it because I wanted to put her on eBay, then left it. I even struggled to upload the pictures to eBay. It was really strange.
She was thinking, I don't know if I want to pass on this haunted doll to somebody else.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. It's like a woman trapped in a doll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it looks so realistic. Like
Uh-huh.
Happy Place, hello and welcome. Tommy Travels said Burger King had a commercial with a guy that had tiny hands too. It was really funny. Nothing funny about tiny hands. Alrighty. Debbie has now placed the doll on eBay for 25 euros. That's 27 US dollars in the hope of getting rid of it. I'd want to get rid of it too if it was
Yeah.
scratching my husband.
She was probably dreaming when it was crawling up his leg. And that's when it scratched him.
She's like dreaming as it's actually happening. Or she's like, she probably wasn't dreaming. Maybe she was having, what do they call those when you're awake but you're frozen and you can't move?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I forget what that's called. I don't know. There's something like that where you're actually seeing things, but
Yeah.
so she probably saw it crawl up her husband and scratch it with her tiny hands. I thought it was Princess Diana. That almost looks like that 5'2" Phil that walks around a known mansion.
Oh.
All right.
Sleep paralysis?
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Sleep paralysis. When you're
Okay.
awake and seeing things, but you can't move or anything.
Thank you, honey. A psychic friend added to Debbie's alarm when she warned her that doll has something in it.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
100% believe it. Yes, sleep paralysis. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Triple B's Farm. Hello and welcome. Refusing to be under the same roof as the doll, the friend insisted Debbie get rid of it. So she put it in a box in the shed. But the freaky antics continued. Continued from the shed?
Yep.
What?
Then the other day, I had to go into the shed to get something. And when I looked in the box, the necklace on the doll was completely off, and the doll was in a different position, I'm sure.
The squirrels are out there getting to know the doll. They're like, hey, let's play. I want to wear your necklace. She looks way too realistic. The
Mm-hmm.
eyes are killing me here. Her eyebrows are even
Yeah.
on point. She's got really good eyebrows. I'm jealous. When I'd pack it away, I'd made sure the necklace was wrapped around its neck about 4 times. That would be hard for a squirrel to get off.
Yeah, it's actually in a container when she packed it away. I was quite scared of it, to be honest. I just kept thinking, how? I didn't want to touch it, and when I had to touch it, I felt sick.
That's supposedly a sign of paranormal, is the nausea.
Mhm.
Goodness gracious. Anybody else like freaking out with these eyes, how realistic they look? Just me?
Oh,
Also,
yeah, yeah.
these eyebrows look good.
Yeah.
Oh, no problem, Thrifty Angela.
Mhm.
Welcome in. Whoever painted this did a really, really good job.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back into the shed now. I won't touch it again. It can get picked up if it's bought, and if we need to ship it, my husband can package it up.
Let it scratch them again.
Yeah, let him deal with it.
Now, some people on social media have told me it has something in it. Some said it doesn't. But Debbie added that if it doesn't sell, I'm going to another charity shop, or it's going to another charity shop.
Sammy said, that'd be great if the entity transferred to the squirrel. I'd love to see the movie about it. Thrifty Angela said, you're right about the eyes. Linda said, too much eyeliner. Yeah, there is a lot of eyeliner on there, but the like pupils, the way that, I don't know, it's painted really well.
Yeah.
It's very creepy. Hey, Captain Jack. Drop it off at a charity shop and somebody else ends up with a haunted doll.
Yeah.
There could be something in the doll. I believe things can attach to items. That's why I have no old furniture in my house. Also, anybody that's tuning in, there's going to be video of the doll moving on its own. Nettie has found video of this. So
Mhm.
I would just drop it off at Tommy's along with some peas. Tommy's going to have a new friend. Just a little company.
Yeah.
Did we read this one?
Yeah.
Okay. My brain stopped working for a minute.
It's the women in my family who experience paranormal things, she explained. In my last house, there was definitely something there.
Linda, I heard that if you do that, if you like toss something haunted in the trash, that like it
Comes back.
transfers to something else in your house and then it
Yeah.
becomes even more haunted. Like it gets angry.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard. Same with burning it. I don't know. I'd be like
Yeah.
burying it in the backyard with crosses and holy water.
Yeah, but then that little hand will come up out of the dirt.
But not if I like laid holy water and crosses over the top of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just stay down there. Can't cross this barrier.
Right. Put salt along your doorway. Can't come
Yeah.
back.
You stuck right there. You know what my son told me the other day? We were talking about that room down in my basement that
Yeah. Creepy
was
room.
the room I didn't know existed, and then how the picture of the little girl disappeared.
Yeah.
And my son said, yeah, didn't I ever tell you that I heard a little girl whisper in my ear while I was playing video games? And I was like, you what? No, you
No.
didn't tell me. And he's like, yeah,
Oh,
I heard it like 2 different times. I heard a whisper from a little girl in my ear while I was playing computer game. I'm like, oh, okay. Not going in the basement anymore.
no.
The frightening situation saw Debbie and Cameron invited on to This Morning Show, where they spoke to Emin Holmes and Ruth Langsford about their unwanted guest. Sheriff Hart said she even has mascara.
Mm-hmm.
50 Angela said, "What? That's a little freaky. I wouldn't go to the basement either, right?"
Yeah.
Nope. My other son, he's 18. He's refusing because the 19-year-old has now moved out. And so the 18-year-old, we were like, well, you can have the basement because it's like an apartment down there. We're like, you can have the basement. And he's like, I'm good up here. He
Yeah.
doesn't want to go down there.
I don't need to hear voices.
Yeah, and that was before he heard about the voices. He just don't want to go down there.
Yeah.
Okay, see that? She's sitting in her own chair on her little fancy dress with a fancy pillow. She is frightening
Mm-hmm.
with her tiny little hands and her tiny little high heels.
Yeah, her high heels are sticking straight up.
Yeah. She's ready to just pounce. Basements are scary.
Yeah. Debbie, her husband Cameron, and the demonic doll join This Morning Show July 24th, 2017.
The fact that they're all just sitting around, like having this conversation, and the doll has its own chair and sitting there chilling with them is really freaky. Is she hiding the remote for the TV? No, she's just scratching people with her tiny little hands or her tiny little heels, one of the two. A terrified family had been forced to lock a possessed doll in their shed after claiming it haunted their home and even scratched their bodies during the night. My doll is possessed and attacked my husband.
However, it later sold for 866 euros, 956 US dollars, to a paranormal enthusiast whose dad made the headlines when he woke up covered in similar small scratches.
Cut them tiny hands off. No. Nope. You know, there is a market though for the paranormal dolls and stuff.
Yeah.
People will buy that stuff up. That's crazy. They bought it for how much? They bought
956. Well,
Yeah,
US
bought
dollars. Yeah.
several of those dolls for next to nothing and sold it for $956 for one.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That doll mansion mom has, hippie, you tell her that doll that was moving will sell for big bucks if she needs some money.
Yeah.
Possessed doll sold on eBay is now attacking new owner. Nice profit, right, Linda?
Mm-hmm. Now, the doll hit headlines after its owner, Debbie Merrick, said the item had begun attacking her husband, scratching him in the night, as well as setting off fire alarms and taking off its necklace.
Hippies blaming his little person mistress girlfriend scratches on a poor doll. And then Captain Jack said maybe he should consider putting out some rat poisoning. Poor Debbie and hubby Cameron had to lock the doll in the shed after its nighttime terrors, but even that wasn't enough, and she ended up putting the creepy doll on eBay.
And stepped up paranormal investigator Lee Steer from Rotterdam, who paid a whopping €866 after a bidding war between interested ghost fans. Yeah.
Lee Steer. There's a few museums that display haunted dolls like that. Yeah, the Robert the Doll is in a museum. The one that we did a couple
And
months back.
Annabelle.
Yeah, Annabelle's in a museum. I'd scratch too if I was shipped via UP. Yeah, that'd be a heck of a ride, right?
Yeah.
Imagine being a tiny doll and you're like alive and no one really believes you're alive, but you're alive. And the UPS driver's throwing you around in his truck, tossing you on the porch. I'd be pissed too.
Yeah. Just coming out scratching.
Right? Maybe that's what they're mad about. Now, Lee's dad, Paul, has said he has been on the receiving end of the doll's fury and also woken up with scratches the size of the doll's tiny hands. Oh. Happy Place says, but seriously, wouldn't you want more proof before spending that kind of money?
Mm-hmm.
You could be easily scammed. Anyone can say their doll is haunted. Well, actually, didn't the doll move on TV before the next owner bought it? Nettie?
They actually, when they were being interviewed, it was already sold on eBay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
It was sold on eBay as they were being interviewed, but the doll moves on the interview. So
yeah.
I guess, yeah, I would want more proof too. But I guess the doll decided to prove itself on the interview.
Yeah.
All right. This tiny hand stuff is killing me.
I guess after paying €866, you would want it to be haunted. So there's a
yeah. I mean,
so I guess he was glad it scratched his dad. He's like, okay, it's haunted.
She's looking rough.
Look at her hair. It's all a mess.
See, them UPS drivers did her dirty and she is mad. I think Captain Jack is right.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny hand scared me so bad I got hiccups now. I could see her tiny hand. All right. 30-year-old Lee said, my dad was downstairs in the morning. At this point, the doll was still packed away, and he heard like a tapping noise on wood. He said it was a bit unusual.
Later that day, he was watching the repeat of one of our live streams with the doll. I was doing a live stream upstairs in my room.
Paul Steer. Then he said to my mom, my arm's hurting. He lifted up his sleeve and he had 6 scratches on his arm. Ugh. It's a hard job scratching all those people with tiny hands, right? The amount of work that has to go into all that movement. Great idea, Felix. Time to clean off my granddaughter's doll show. UFOs move on their own too, but I can't seem to find any on eBay.
Yeah.
Right, Linda? I should hit the thrift store. Maybe that's what I should put up behind me here. I should go thrift storing and find some dolls that seem haunted, and we should put them here and see if they move during these live streams. Right. I'll wake up and one of them will be like this on me with their tiny hands.
You have tiny hands on your shoulders.
Hello, you like a little massage?
My mom shouted to me, Lee, you best get downstairs. Your dad's getting affected. He's got scratches on him.
They're like, get this doll out of our house, kid. Oh, no. No.
Yeah.
It seems pretty similar to the scratches on Debbie's husband, from what I can tell. We have no idea where they came from.
Debbie said, I was so glad when the dolls sold, to be honest. I have been updated with all that's been happening. It was a real shocker when Lee messaged me to say his dad had been scratched too.
I don't know how much of a shock that would be if you literally had the doll that scratched
Mm-hmm.
like your husband. The doll's known for scratching. Thrifty Angela said, I love thrift stores, but no desire to get a creepy doll.
Yeah.
Dolls can be creepy without being haunted. I 100% agree with that. I have like 4 or 5 China dolls, those glass dolls.
Uh-huh.
One of them is a clown. That's the creepiest one I have.
Yeah.
Clowns are creepy to begin with, let alone them being like the China. Ugh, it's
Yeah.
creepy. You can also hear sarcastic whispers in the night that say, we can brown do for you. Won't help you when BB's live goes viral. All the dolls will be gone from thrift stores selling like crazy on eBay and shipped via UPS.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to Thailand in May. Tiny massages. Never mind. I'm not going to say it.
No.
Is it about the massage or the end? Never mind. That's as far as I'll go, hippie. Maybe Lee is planning on reselling it and hyping it up. That's true. True. I'm not scared of clowns, but I don't like them either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like clowns in person, I'm not scared of. I think they're funny.
Yeah.
It's more dolls, like clown dolls, I don't really like.
Yeah.
Is that the original owner, Debbie?
Yeah, that's the original owner. Okay. Hello, Adventures in Xanadu. Welcome.
Hello, and welcome.
And Lee added, my dad's a believer. He said he's not happy with it being in the house.
I wouldn't be either. Like, can you imagine being a mom and a dad and your kid brings a haunted doll in? Yeah. And okay, fine. If it harms him, it harms him. He brought it in. But then it starts harming you. You didn't have nothing to do with bringing it to the house. Like, why are you picking on me? And it's not just scratches. The family have noticed a number of weird things going on, including flickering lights, weird noises, and stuff getting broken.
We were putting stuff away that weekend before it arrived and started talking about it. And all of a sudden, a picture I have on the wall called The Crying Boy started swinging on its own.
Nope. Time for the picture and the doll to go. My mother-in-law collected clown dolls. Yeah, I had a friend whose mom collected clown dolls, and walking in the house was terrifying because the whole house was covered in dolls that were clowns. And the first time I ever saw you, you were wearing clown makeup. Yeah, I think that was for Jerry.
Yeah.
For Jerry Halley.
Yeah. You were pretty as a clown.
I wasn't creepy, hopefully.
No.
That's creepy. That baby looks entirely way too sad.
Yeah.
We've gone months without anything unusual happening, and as soon as this doll is mentioned, things start happening.
We did a live stream opening of the doll that 35,000 people watched, and a light I used was flickering. It was like a strobe.
35,000 people watched that doll get unboxed. Wow. I guess his $800 and something was worth it, even just for that unboxing video.
Yeah.
I had a clown doll that my mom had made for me. The lady that made it did a great job for me, or did a great job, but it was the freakiest doll ever. I would hide it at night. I should have mentioned I was only like 7, but I would probably still hide it if I had it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the light flickering like that on live, that's kind of weird. Captain Jack said, "Are you sure that may have been an alien imposter?" It was the first time that had ever happened, and people contacted me saying they could see the doll's eyes moving. See, I think those doll's eyes would follow you no matter what, just because they're so realistically painted.
Are you sure you want dolls behind you, BB?
I think it would be fun.
It would be fun, but the
Until it
eyes could be
started,
moving.
until the legs started swinging like
Yeah.
marshmallows down. Then I'd be like, "See y'all later." I'm out.
Out to the shed.
Bulldog being here praying to Beelzebub, or whatever he calls
Oh,
it.
I know.
My dolls will be swinging from the ceiling. I'll come in and have dolls swinging from the fan.
I've used a random word app that some people believe spirits can manipulate. And when I've asked it its name, it said Samantha.
It looks like a Samantha, honestly. If I had to guess that doll's name, I would say Samantha. 50 Angela said, "Laugh out loud, I'm out."
Yeah.
See, Bulldog doesn't believe in anything. He just doesn't believe. He's a blank slate. So when he says the stuff, he's totally joking. He's just joking. But for the people that do believe, it like entices the other stuff to start happening. And that's what happened
Right.
when Hippie and me and the kids were at the mansion with Bulldog. Is Bulldog started saying that kind of stuff, and then stuff started going crazy. So I can only imagine if I brought haunted dolls, what he'd be in here doing with them. Just joking, but he would cause stuff to happen. When I said I really wanted to piss it off, it said, "Strike Lee." If it's random words, then it shouldn't be making sense.
Not a dumb doll.
And that's what Hippie and I ran into when we were using the random word generator thing, is that the words that were coming out made sense. It was making sentences and multiple sentences, and all the things were like, it was way too much.
Wow.
Captain Jack says, "I have a Christmas doll whose eyes move, and she sways back and forth holding a candle. She's on the dresser at the end of my bed." Is she supposed to move? Or she do this all on her own? Like, let us know if she's battery operated.
I know.
That's a little terrifying. He's terrifying. Look at his smile. He's like,
People say I've got a death wish. I need to see something to believe it. I don't believe in ghosts as such, but I do believe in paranormal activity. Don't they go hand in hand? I don't understand
I would think
that.
they would go hand in hand, because like, paranormal is ghost. I don't know how he believes in paranormal, but that doesn't make much sense to me. Happy Place said, "Little did you know, it's not supposed to do that."
Right.
want to experience the ultimate. I have been losing my faith recently. Nothing's happened for months. But then this doll came along. This is the first time I've seen this kind of activity in 15 years. A lot of people say that, though. A lot of people say in order to believe, they need to be scratched or they need to like physically see something fly across the room or
yeah.
But even when you see that stuff, in all honesty, even when you see it with your own two eyes, you still question what you saw. So
Yeah. But none of this seems to bother Lee. He keeps the doll beside his own bed, along with many other haunted artifacts he has collected to start his own haunted museum.
he said, well, to be fair, Lee's kind of a douche and deserves to be stricken. She is 120 volts, but she does not like it. If I place her in her box, she bats her eyes at me and makes me feel guilty. I don't even like our dog's chew toys with eyes, let alone dolls. Nope.
Mhm.
Oh boy. Lee believes the doll hates married men. Studying the doll's previous incidents, that all the victims were married couples, just the men. So I guess us eligible bachelors don't have anything to worry about. That's weird because she's in a wedding dress. So maybe like she got stood up at the altar and she like is jealous or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That is weird. He's so creepy. I'm sorry. Lee, if you ever watch this, it's just the pictures. But you look like you're in a relationship with the doll. You're like, hey, honey,
Yeah.
how you doing, baby? With your tiny hands. And what's
I
the
want a
doll
massage.
behind her? The doll behind her doesn't have no pants on and is missing her feet or something. Oh, he's a little odd. All right. Okay. Sorry, Lee. I apologize. All right. So now we're going to watch this doll move. Right?
Right.
All right. Let me share the screen here. I think I gotta mute me and you though, so that we can share sound.
Okay.
Click this. All right. I'm going to mute me and Nettie, and then we're going to play this video real quick.
Do you seriously think this doll is possessed, do you?
I wouldn't necessarily say possessed, but there is, it has got something. It's definitely got something.
You almost look like, Deb, you don't want to even look at the doll.
No, I don't.
Are you a bit scared?
I don't even want to touch it.
Really?
Yeah.
So tell me about the doll. Do you collect dolls? Where did you get the doll from?
Actually, I hate dolls.
Oh.
Which is
And why did
really...
you buy it? As an investor?
Do you know what? I bought
Did the doll call to you and say,
we walked
buy
past the
me?
shop. It wasn't actually a charity shop. It was like one of these second-hand shops.
Antique.
Yeah.
Shop, yeah.
And we walked past and we just, I think it was you, wasn't it? And you saw them and
I just thought
said,
they
let's
looked...
just go and have a look. And for some reason, I said, let's buy them. And we
So
bought,
you say then, there's more than one. Okay.
We bought 3. They were £5 each. And we thought, we'll buy them because they look like they're worth more than £5.
I have to unpause it for just a second and talk. Otherwise, I'll play too long and then we'll get copyrighted. So in this, we're watching for the chair to move.
Yeah, the chair's going to start rocking.
Okay. All right, here we go again.
£5 each. You know, hands up, I bought them to
Look,
resell.
that chair's beginning
Chair's
to rock.
rocking.
Look at that.
Who's doing that? Stop it. Who's doing that?
Yeah. Actually,
When you
spoke-
separate
Who's doing that?
Yeah.
Chair's
to rock.
rocking.
Look at that.
Who's doing
Each. You know, hands up, I bought. We'll buy them because they look like they're worth more than £5 each. You know, hands up, I bought them to
Look,
resell.
that chair's beginning
Chair's
to rock.
rocking.
Look at that.
Who's doing that? Stop it. Who's doing that?
Yeah. Actually,
when you
spoke-
separated these dolls, you brought them.
Are you kidding me? That is
Isn't that
on
crazy?
camera.
Yeah. And it happens a couple times, but it's crazy because it's actually rocking pretty good there. It's just not moving.
She looks, the lady in the pink dress, the interviewer lady, she looks terrified. She's kind of like, she scoots leans a little bit away. All right, let's play it again. All right, play the rest of it. I had to go back and look because I wanted to see if it started rocking and we had a view of the chair when it started rocking, and we did. Everybody noticed that? It was
Yeah.
full on camera view of it when it started rocking.
Home, and immediately you
Right.
could feel that this one got a name.
That's not it at all.
Yeah.
No, I put them in the spare room, and then we had friends coming to stay for the weekend, so I thought I better put them up. I put 2 in our room, one under the bed, one on top of the wardrobe, and one of them in the drawer. But the day before our friends came is the day he woke up with scratches on him.
Right, so I'm intrigued by these scratches, Cameron. So tell me what happened. You woke up in the morning.
Well, I literally woke up in the morning. I had my shower as normal, and then I felt a burning sensation on my leg. And I looked down, and there was a lot of scratches all over my knee. There must have been a dozen or 15 or so, but they looked like cat scratches. So
Well, you could have just scratched yourself in the night, couldn't you? People do that.
I've got the
He cuts
nails.
his nails to the skin.
Okay.
No,
Do you have a cat?
Could
No.
you have scratched him?
no, that's
no,
what I said.
no,
but
this is the thing. Where the scratches were, and we've got like a big, like extra king size bed because we need a lot of room, basically.
Well, you don't have to explain why you have a cat. Just assume you do.
Adventures in Xanadu. You said, spoiler alert, those studios are kept super cold so the talent doesn't sweat. I'm betting it's the air from the big AC systems. So just curious, do you think that the air, I wouldn't say that it's impossible, but I would wonder if the air conditioner would blow hard enough to rock a huge, heavy wooden chair. Because that looks like a pretty heavy duty rocking chair.
And I would think it would continuously rock, and it doesn't do that.
Yeah, it seems to kind of rock and then stop. And I'm not saying it's not impossible. Like I believe that's a definite reason. You know, I'm just like, for me, I find that difficult just because of the weight of the wooden chair. If it was like a what are those gliders? You know, that a lot of
Where they just
that I might believe a little more with the air conditioning thing. Tommy said, "Oh, that's wild." Captain Jack said, "I believe." Hey, living the silver life, welcome in. Happy Blaze said that's extremely possible. I do believe it's possible. 100%. I believe it's possible, depending on the angle, I guess, that the air conditioning would hit it. I would never say impossible, but I'm extremely skeptical. Yeah, I would agree with that. You won't be skeptical when you snag a drowned doll while magnet fishing. Happy Place, if that ever happens, that's gold. UPS it to me if you do.
Oh no.
If I were investigating it, I would want to check for a string or mechanisms under the rockers. Yeah, that's true too. You never know if like for the interview they wanted to like make it more interesting and did something like that. That's true.
And I'm trying to remember if the rocking chair legs were close to the carpet. For some reason, I'm thinking that, but we can, if you start it again, we can see how close those legs are.
All right, we'll go back and check. That's the answer, and I'm sticking to it so I can sleep tonight. She'll have to be in chains if I'm pulling it up with a magnet. Yeah, she's in chains. She's got a cross on her chest, and she's got some holy water. Just ship her to me when you get her out of the water, okay? Those antique dolls creep me out anyway, even more than clowns. Yeah. Happy place. It's all yours.
All yours.
All right, let's go back and see how close this was to the carpet.
It looks like
touching
one
the carpet.
leg. It's yeah.
Yeah, one leg's touching the carpet. And they do have a lot of carpet laying there. I'm
Yeah,
a
they're,
little
like,
bit
up on the
skeptical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit skeptical of whether or not they set that up. But there's another video as well, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Do we need to keep watching this or do we want to go to the next one?
No, you can go to the next one.
All right, let's go over to this one. All right, here we go. Huh?
Just about 3 o'clock, just turning to 3 on Wednesday, and my mum's just shouted me up from downstairs, upstairs. I was upstairs and she shouted me downstairs because my dad's just been watching the video, haven't you? And there seems to be quite a lot of scratches on the actual arm. Is this the first time you've ever had out like this?
Yeah.
There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, probably like 5 or 6 scratches of what I can see. What's happening? Did you just watch the video, the live?
I was just watching video of what you did, like, and that's how it come.
What do you think that is?
I don't know what it is.
It looks kind of rashy as well, though.
Yeah. That's how things like it actually well.
Like scald marks, burning marks.
The scratch marks at the bottom.
I know the scratch marks about it. And just, you know, you haven't got nails or you know, you've got no nails. So yeah, strange. Just report back.
So, let me stop share.
We want success.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a little skeptical of Lee because I feel like he paid that amount of money for the doll that he's going to want to keep the spookiness going on. The first people I don't feel as skeptical about because they just bought the doll and things started happening and they didn't really want the doll. You know what I mean? So I don't feel as skeptical about them.
Yeah.
And I do get a creepy vibe from the doll 100%. I'm a little skeptical on Lee. If he can catch the doll moving on stream, like on a live stream, that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know the name of his channel at all? Were you able to find that? So
and he's
maybe
actually did a live stream where he had like the spirit box and she was talking through it. He still has possession of the doll because he started his museum, of course, and It's called Ghost, GHOSTS, and then OF Britain, BRITAIN. It's all one.
Okay. Well, before we come live next Sunday, I'm going to go through his channel and I'm going to see if I can find that original live stream where he opens her. And I want to
Yeah.
see if the lights flicker the way that he says they were flickering and stuff. And we'll next week, before we get started on our next week's story, we'll watch a clip from his live stream where he opens her up, and we'll see kind of how that goes. And we'll kind of investigate Lee a little bit more, because I have the feeling he's got a little bit of a story behind him.
Yeah, and now he's married. So I was wondering, I'm like, okay, you're married, so is she attacking you? Because that's what she was doing, as far as he wasn't a bachelor anymore. But he does still have possession of her. He has actually a lot of dolls, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's interesting. And I wonder, like, because he's got the museum thing going, I wonder like what other haunted stuff and what other haunted stories he has. So we'll look into him a little bit more. But this doll is very interesting. I find her very interesting because I get a very creepy vibe just from seeing her. And I do believe the first couple 100%. I believe their story. Yeah. The Today Show thing they were on, I'm a little bit leery just because of the way that all those carpeting was set like that. But at the same time, like, anything's possible. So,
and you know what I found out too, BB? I was reading the comments when he did a live. It was a live when he was using the spirit box and she was talking through the spirit box, where people have said that they have the same doll and they also have experienced stuff with, I guess there was so many of that typical doll made, and they were commenting saying they're experiencing stuff with their dolls as well. So I thought that was just kind of weird,
Maybe the maker of the doll put bad juju into that specific type of doll. Let me grab these comments real quick because we got some comments over here. Tommy Travels said, if it was the air conditioning, the plant leaves in the back would be moving too. Very true. Very true. Have a beer and leave the camera on, focused on the doll overnight. I thought the plant was a painting. Oh, I'll have to go back and look at that. The backgrounds are green screens. Oh, okay. I just noticed that they're not real. Okay, so the plants aren't real. The Christmas doll was watching this. Drop a link. She wants to be seen. Oh, the Christmas doll wants to be seen. Well, I'm actually going to have to wrap it up because we're at 59 minutes already. But Captain Jack, keep the Christmas doll for next week, and we'll make time for the Christmas doll to be seen.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
If it was possessed, I don't think I'd want to drag it out for fame and fortune. I'm not sure it would be worth it. Yeah, see, but you're not into the spooky, right? You're not into the paranormal. There are people out there that go out and seek. Not only do they seek paranormal, they seek like the deep, dark, like demon possessed paranormal stuff. Like, I can't imagine wanting to antagonize the devil. That just doesn't seem fun. But there are people that want to do that. Captain Jack, be careful. Your doll might be learning from the other doll. Very true. Captain, let us know if your doll picked up any new tricks from this video.
Yeah.
Captain's going to wake up with little scratches on it.
Right.
That just seems odd. The museum makes it seem like he may be playing the spooky card to promote the museum. True. Very true. Maybe she's not attacking. Maybe she just likes him and needs a safe word. I wanted to see all those dolls turn against each other and fight it out in a steel cage match. Can you imagine a bunch of like haunted dolls all on their own without robotics? They just get in like a UFC type cage and are fighting. And we
Have
get
a
to
bunch
watch
crawling
it.
on the floor. They'll be all crawling to each other.
Would you be able to watch it, or would you have to turn away and be like scared and freaked out that
It would
dolls were
freak
doing
me
that?
out. It would freak me out.
I think, wasn't there like a Chucky episode where dolls were, or was that Gremlins where Gremlins were fighting each other? I can't remember. There was something like that. She's ready to come up, but I'm trying to convince her to wait until my live stream next Saturday, or maybe Tina's this Tuesday. I don't think she likes Tina, however. Well, we will bring her on next Sunday if you want to. Yeah, I don't stick out the deep dark. Yeah, me either. I ain't got no desire. I'll do that. She's happy now until Tina calls me anyway. Fun, guys.
Thanks.
Oh, I would not be able to watch it.
No.
I don't think I'd be. I think I would be like,
You
okay,
want to? Yeah, exactly.
do you still have your little hands? Okay. All right. Seek and you shall find. Personally, I don't try to tempt fate. Exactly. Well, Nettie, this is a great story. I absolutely enjoyed it. Love Sundays with you and all of you out there. I really appreciate everyone coming and joining us. And Nettie, I appreciate you putting together these stories. They're always so great.
Thanks. I love doing them. Love Sundays.
All right. Well, wishing you all much kindness and much love.
And we're sending love your way. Good night.
Bye, everyone.